I wanted to call your attention to problem number 1 on tonight's homework. And just as an example so everyone can see, we're going to go ahead and the directions say find each product. I'm going to get to the second part in just a minute. Let's go ahead and 19 times 4, we're looking at figuring out what is the missing number that should be in this box. Well, we just simply do 9 times 4, 36, put your 6 here, carry your 3. We do 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7, 76. But the second part, and I know there's a few people that have asked me about this, do we need to estimate? Well, just like in today's lesson in class, we need to be sure that we make an estimate to check for reasonableness. Now remember, we talked about reasonableness as being making sure it is close and makes sense. Is it reasonable? So I'm going to go ahead and round my big number, which is 19, to the nearest 10. 9, which is 5 or more, we need to add one more to the 10's place. That becomes a 2. That 9 becomes a 0. So we have 20. 19 to the nearest 10 is 20. 4, bring that over. 20 times 4 is going to be 80. Or you could simply say, what's 2 times 4? 8. What's 0 times 4? 0. Or 2 times 4 is 8. Bring down the 0. This is an extended fact. Now, we'll also check for reasonableness by looking at this. 76 and 80, only 4 numbers away from each other. Very close to each other. Definitely a reasonable, correct answer here, and our estimate helps check that. Now, the one other thing I wanted to make sure that you saw was down here at the bottom. And you'll notice down here at the bottom, you're going to see that it talks about Tyrone has, whoops, let's go and erase that. Tyrone has 6 times as many marbles as Pam. Pam has 34 marbles. Okay, Tyrone has 6 times as many. That means he has a lot more, 6 times, as a matter of fact, as many as Pam. And Pam has 34. So if that's the case, we do know part of that problem is going to be 34 times 6, because these 6 times, and this is going to give us Tyrone. So 4 times 6 is going to be 24. Put my 4 down here in the bottom, carry my 2. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. Tyrone has 204 marbles, and Lewis has 202 marbles. Tells us that right there in the problem. Right here. Now, it says who has more, Tyrone or Lewis? Now, the really important part I want to look at is it says explain how you found your answer. There are going to be some of you that just write Tyrone or Lewis. Make sure you answer both parts of the question. Now, let's take our pen and we're going to go down to the bottom here and we're going to write in, first of all, between Tyrone and Lewis. We know that it's asking who has more. Well, we see the T for Tyrone. He has 204. So we would write just down in here, we'd write Tyrone on the line. And we could put I found this because and we're going to say multiplied Pam's times 6 and ended up with 204 marbles, and I know that's greater than 202 that Lewis had. And I have explained my answer.